talk of Sioux Falls. 1140 KSOO.
446 here on the Patrick Lalley Show on 1140 KSOO. I jumped the gun just a little bit there. So we were following the news yesterday, some Twitter that we were seeing out of Pierre and Dan and I as the afternoon was wearing on. And Stace Nelson and Deb Peters, of course, they are both on the Government Operations and Audit Committee, affectionately known as GOAC. And they've been looking into the whole Gear Up scandal that went on with that organization and the federal money that funneled through in the terrible tragedy in Platte, which has been ongoing, and trying to figure out what happened. Well, they've been kind of arguing over how to investigate this and whether or not people should have to testify under oath and who should have to testify and how far their authority goes. And then things got a little bit weird on Twitter yesterday. Senator Nelson, who is has been in the legislature before and returned, is safe to call him, I don't know, a bomb thrower, but he certainly likes to...
he is a strong personality.
He is a strong personality and a large man, and is not afraid to speak his mind and be a contrarian on a lot of different issues. This one, no different. Deb Peters, been in the legislature a long time. I believe she is a chair of that committee at some measure. But she wasn't, I don't even think she was there yesterday. I think she was out in Washington with on a separate issue. But so they got into this Twitter war over who should testify, and it just went crazy from there. And Uber producer Dan Peters was watching it and sort of commenting to me through the day. And then we went back and looked at it, and it just went on and on. It really did become a bit Shakespearean. It had a dialogue. It had a flow to it. Didn't you think, Dan?
Yes, and this flow, we cannot take all the time that it would to go through every tweet that went back and forth between the two senators.
But we really started thinking, it started to feel like a kind of a stage drama, or perhaps a comedy.
Where you're having Hamlet saying to be or not to be.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it works pretty well. So in the spirit of that, we present sort of the mighty Patrick Lalley Show art players here on 1140 KSOO.
And I will play the part of Senator Stace Nelson of Fulton.
I, of course, will be Senator Deb Peters of Hartford. I'm not going to try and approximate her voice. I will be maintaining my normal voice. But set the stage. Let's think about this in sort of Elizabethan times, perhaps in the round. In the round is a good phrase for theater, right, Dan?
Yes.
Okay.
With no rotten tomatoes by any of the patrons to be thrown.
Please no.
At the players.
A lovely afternoon on the green. Deb Peters. South Dakota GOAC is not Congress, nor do we want it to be like Congress.
Stace Nelson responds, "Please stop. I have no patience for such ignorant hypocrisy today. Obtained information that shows not swearing allowed dishonest testimony."
You should share with the auditors and AG if you are aware of issues, sir.
Ha! Smiley face emoji tilted slightly to the left. That's your response to the integrity of the GOAC being compromised? Was this more vote trading? Hashtag what'd you get?
That's your opinion. Show me facts that the committee was lied to.
Interesting choice of words, lied. One of the problems with getting caught vote trading begs the question again. Hashtag what'd you get?
Show GOAC or Auditor General or Attorney General where the lies were from Monday. Show us the proof. I don't believe you.
How about we both go under oath? You can answer questions about illegal vote trading. I'll testify about information I have. Hashtag let's do it.
Are you vote trading? Because it sure sounds like it to me.
Me? Vote trading? Smiley face emoji, once again, slightly tilted to the left. Oh, that's a boy. Ha 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 ha. No! I should have let you follow through on your illegal scheme to have me thrown off of GOAC. Less stress.
Reread your tweet, sir. It appears that you are attempting to trade a vote.
Again, learn your job. Individual right of legislator to swear someone in. No votes needed.
Are you standing in the way of justice? Are you standing in the way of the investigation by withholding pertinent information?
Lesson number 1. Mason's Manual of Legislative Procedure is adopted in large part via South Dakota Legislative Joint Rules 11-3, along with a link to the particular 11-3 Joint Rules in which Stace Nelson is now referring.
Again, prove to me the lies were told in committee. If this is true, we will take corrective action. Otherwise, just stop being a bully, sir.
You illegally tried to trade votes to have me thrown off GOAC during session because I asked pressing questions on Gear Up and I'm the bully.
What about that time you threatened to physically assault a sitting legislator while serving in the House during session?
That's called a tacit admission. You don't deny what you and I know to be fact. Only one here known to do so is you. #what you get.
You should turn over the supposed info to the authorities. It sure sounds like you are getting in the way of the justice. End scene. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The mighty Patrick Lalley Show art players.
We are appreciative of your applause in this endeavor.
Thank you very much. Coming up later on the second hour of the show, we'll have Darcy Husterlid here. She's going to talk about the Arthritis Foundation and their new fundraiser they have coming up. That'll be good. And also, we'll be talking to Mitchell Joldersma of the Sioux Empire Paddlers, and we'll be getting more on that. That's all coming up next on the Patrick Lalley Show on 1140 KSOO.